channel, my name's Angela and this is Devon Thread Tales. Thank you so much for joining me today. Today I'm going to be going through some of the things that I would like to do during 2021 in regards to my sewing. Now on Instagram there is a hashtag called Make9 and this year obviously it will be Make9 2021. I haven't actually put mine up on Instagram yet, but once I've done this video I will post it and I would like to take part in that this year. It's a really good challenge. I know that some people are a bit afraid to take part in challenges, but I just wanted to encourage people and say don't be afraid to do that. If you get to the end of 2021 and you haven't done all of the things that you said you're going to do in your Make9, who cares? It doesn't matter. It's absolutely fine. It's your little challenge that you set yourself. Nobody's monitoring you. It's just something for you to kind of go, oh yeah, I'd really like to challenge myself to that, or I'd really like to do this, that and the other. And it can be anything. It doesn't have to be a particular pattern or a particular garment. It could just be that you want to really take more time over your sewing, or that you want to really concentrate on fit, or anything like that. So I'd really encourage you to have a look at the hashtag on Instagram if you haven't before, and maybe just have a think about some of the things that you'd like to do over this next year. It doesn't have to be 9 things, it could just be something that you decide to do yourself, and you don't have to post it either on Instagram. It could just be something that you jot down in a little diary that you keep an eye on and go, oh yeah, I'm going to have a go at that. So I thought I would share some things with you. I am going to do the Make9, but on top of that, I just wanted to say that I would really like to, so I'm looking at my notes because I've written them all down on here because I would never remember it all otherwise. So I've decided that aside from the Make9, I would really like to slow down my sewing a little bit, really take my time, be much more thoughtful about the garments I'm going to make, really concentrate on the fine details, and really have the finished sort of product looking really beautiful and really lovely, and that I feel really happy with it. I try and do that anyway, but there's always that little bit of you that's like, oh, I want to finish it, and oh, I want to wear it, and oh, I'll just do this quickly. And I just want to try and stop doing that and just really finish everything to the absolute nth degree, and that everything is perfect. I also want to take a little bit of time on fitting, and I really want to try and focus on that. I've had a few issues with a few garments during the year, which I would like to actually revisit this year and try to get, say, the bodice of a fitted dress to fit better. And some of the books that I received over Christmas I think might help with that. And in fact, if you haven't seen that video, I'll put a link into that. I shared some gifts that I received over Christmas, and a couple of them were books that my husband had given me on particularly fitted dresses. So that's another thing that I would like to do. I would also like to continue making clothes for my daughters and for John and obviously myself that are not on my Make9, that they're just things that I suddenly kind of go, oh, fancy giving that a go. So on with my Make9, and I have quite a few things that I have potentially said I'd like to make in the past, but because of the way the world is and how things have gone, I've never really got around to making those things. So I'm putting them on my Make9, and I am going to try really, really hard to stick to these plans and try to do some of the things that I've said I wanted to do, because I've got to now and haven't done them, and I still want to do them. So I know that that feeling is strong, and I want to challenge myself to these things. So the first thing that I want to do, and as I'm going through these, I'm going to talk to you about where I've got my inspiration from. Some of them are in particular people that I follow on Instagram or I follow on YouTube, and I'll pop pictures up and put their names on screen as I'm going. Some of it is just in general, I really like the item. So the first thing that I'd really like to have a go at is making my own underwear. Now, I already have a kit that I got from Sew Your Own Wardrobe in Leicester. I've had this kit probably now for about 18 months, and I've just never got around to doing it. It's actually a bralette and a pair of pants. I'll put the pictures of the pattern and all the materials and things that I've got for it on the screen. And I think that this is actually meant to be a fairly straightforward and fairly simple garment to make out of underwear. If you were going to make underwear, I think this was quite easy and straightforward. Now I know that the really lovely Oso Caddis has made this, and I was saying to her about doing it. She said, come on, just get on and do it. And I'm like, yeah, I need to do that. And I think my ultimate goal is that I would really like to make the Mara Bralette, which is a bralette that was going around on Instagram for quite some time, and in particular there was a lady on Instagram called Birdie So Obsessed, and she just made the most beautiful sets of underwear using this bra pattern, and I think that's my ultimate goal. So I think if I can start with my bralette that I've got, that Oh So Caddis has done, because she's gone on to make some fabulous underwear as well, so please go and check her out on Instagram. I think if I can do that, then maybe I can move on to the bralette. The next thing that I'd like to make is activewear. Now I do quite a bit of sport. Well, I say I do a lot of sport. I used to do loads of sport, and then I didn't do any, and now I'm trying to build back up again and do a bit of running and things like that. And I'd really like to have a little go at making my own activewear, and I didn't know if it was something that I was going to be able to do. And then I saw the very lovely The Craftapreneur, I hope I've said that right, on YouTube had made some amazing leggings and sort of bra crop top things that she made for activewear, made for sports. And I'm just going to have a look at my notes here, but she made the Power Sports Bra and the Tempo Athletic Tights by Greenstyle Creations, and I just think these patterns look absolutely brilliant, and I've had a look at their website and they've got some fab patterns. I haven't actually bought any yet, but I think when I do come to do that, I would like to use that website and their patterns. I have already got a small amount of activewear fabric because I thought I was going to do this last year and then never got around to doing it. So I'm going to have a go at doing that at some point. The next thing that I'd really like to make is a coat. Now, I've already made one coat and I really love it. It's the Sew Over It Lola coat, which came with the very first ebook that Sew Over It brought out. Now, in some ways, I would say this is quite a complicated coat in that it takes so much fabric, and I try to pattern match mine, which I think is what made me feel like it was complicated. But in actual fact, in hindsight, it's a really basic, really easy coat to do, and it doesn't have any fastenings or anything like that. You don't have to fit it particularly because it's very loose fitting, and I really like it. But because it doesn't have any fastenings and doesn't do up, I like to wear it, and I like to wear it open with maybe like a scarf around me or what have you. But I do get really cold because, well, the weather's quite cold in the UK at the moment. So I would like to make myself something that buttons up or zips up. Now, I don't think that I'm going to have a chance to do that now for this season of cold weather. I just don't think I've got the mindset to really do that right now. But I'd really like to challenge myself to do that before Christmas of 2021 and do that for that really cold season then. But in the meantime, I do have a few other coat patterns that I'd really like to try. Now, I've got the Lola coat pattern, as I said, and the Anna coat pattern, which is another Sew Over It ebook pattern. I've also got the Sew Over It cocoon coat pattern. But my daughter recently bought me the Deer and Doe Luzerne coat, which is almost like a MAC, or maybe slightly more substantial than a MAC, but that kind of thing. And it's got buttons and you can tie it up with a belt. And I just think it looks really, really lovely. And I think that's going to be my first coat challenge of 2021. I still would really like to have a go at the Tilly and the Buttons. I can't think of what the pattern is, but I'll put it on the screen. But she has like a cagoule kind of style coat, which I'd really like to have a go at. But I think I'm going to start with the Deer and Doe Luzerne. Please correct me if I'm saying that wrong. And I would like to then do something which is much more substantial and much warmer and thicker and maybe slightly tailored, that kind of thing. I do really like the Sew Over It 1960s coat that's come out recently, but I don't have that pattern, and I feel a bit naughty if I buy that when I've already got coat patterns that I haven't actually sewn yet. So I'll wait and see if that's what I'm going to do. So that's my coats. Okay, on to the fourth thing, and I'd really like to make some jeans. Now, I've made jeans before. I've made the Closet Core Ginger jeans, and I've made the Sew Over It Mia jeans. They're both really great patterns. The Mia jeans are lovely because they're actually quite a simple and really basic jeans pattern. The most complicated bit is doing the zip and the fly front, but there's no pockets or anything like that. But I think that I've just got either the fabric or the fit ever so slightly wrong on those. And I've kept mine. I really like mine. I do wear them, but they're not the most comfortable, and I think I can do better. And this is where I want to reiterate the thing that I said at the beginning about really just taking that time. I think I got overexcited and just, oh yeah, just sew them up and get them done. And I just want to take that time of the fit and getting them absolutely right. Now, I absolutely love the ginger jeans and I think they are fabulous. And one lady that I really like to follow, both on YouTube and on Instagram, and if you haven't seen her, please do go and follow, I'm sure you probably do already, is Gingerhead & Co. And she made a pair of ginger jeans and they look absolutely fantastic. And I just want to go back and do a proper pair of indigo kind of coloured jeans with you know, just really standard jeans that look really nice and nice fitting, and her jeans are, you know, a standard jeans colour and just look absolutely lovely. And yes, I really want to revisit and get the fit on those right. I don't think jeans is something that I'd like to make all the time, but I think it would be lovely to be able to have that in my wardrobe and know that they're really nice, they fit nicely, and that the you know, the quality of them are really lovely as well. I do also have the Megan Nielsen Dawn jeans pattern, which I would like to have a go at, and I think possibly these might be easy because I think they have got a slightly more relaxed fit to them, so maybe that's something I might try as well. But in my mind, I really want to revisit the ginger jeans because everybody just seems to have such lovely versions of them, and I want to get it right. I want to do it, and I want to have a really nice pair myself. Okay, so the next thing I want to make is not actually sewing. I really want to knit something. Now, my inspiration for this is my daughter, and if you have followed me for a while, you will know that my middle daughter Amy knits a lot, and her knitting is phenomenal. Bearing in mind she's only 17, she just knits the most beautiful things. And one of the jumpers that she knitted recently was a pattern from Ravelry, and it's the Cumberland Knit Yoke Sweater. And if you follow me on Instagram, you'll see the pictures. I'll put a picture of it up on screen, and also Amy's Instagram is Amy's Knitstagram, so I'll put all of the details on the screen and in the description below of all the people that I mention as well, so you can go and follow them. Now, this is a beautiful sweater and I really want to have a go. She has said to me that she will really help me because obviously the top section is like a ferrule style, and so she said there's a way that you can do something with the float or the loopy bit that's at the back. See, I haven't got the technical terms, but anyway, she said she would help me to get that so it's really neat and that I can hopefully do it right. So I would really like to have a go at that, but in the meantime, I have ordered a couple of kits in the sale from We Are Knitters, and I've ordered a couple of things. I've ordered a summer weight jumper and a cardigan, and I just thought maybe if I can get these really neat and really nice, then hopefully when it comes to knitting the jumper that Amy's knitted, I can really get it really neat. So I'm kind of enjoying the fact that I can do something which is of an evening where I can spend time with my family, and it's not a sewing machine and I've got to spend my time in the corner of a room away from the television because the sewing machine disturbs them. It's nice to have something like knitting or crocheting or something like that to do. So I'm really looking forward to trying to tackle that over this next year. The next thing that I'd really like to do is I'd really like to make some flowy dresses. Now, I know that's not particularly specific, and there are a few dresses that I'd really like to do. I'd love to do the Tilly and the Buttons indigo dress, which I do now have the pattern, and I also have the kit from Guthrie Garney for the Megan Nielsen Sudley dress. Now, I wasn't sure about the indigo, but then I saw a couple of people, in particular I saw Adele from Button and Pip had made it and put waist ties on it, and I just preferred it so much more once she put those waist ties on, because I felt like the style before wasn't something that I would feel comfortable in or I would like to wear. So I'm going to give that a go, and the Sudley dress, and possibly some other nice flowy dresses as well. Now, whilst I said about Adele, and I love what she's made, and she makes some beautiful things, and she's got a YouTube channel and she's got Instagram, so again, please go and follow her if you don't already, which I'm pretty sure you probably do. But one of my big inspirations for making some really lovely flowy dresses is from Liz at The Baker That Sews. She just has got so many dresses. I I don't think she could probably even count up how many dresses that she's got, because she makes so many, but they're all so fabulous. And I do tend to stick to quite samey things in the things that I wear, and I love the fact that Liz is not afraid to just wear a dress and feel girly and floaty and lovely, and she makes things in beautiful fabrics, bright fabrics as well as as well as more subtle fabrics too. And I just feel quite inspired when I watch her and I see her. So I would really, if you're watching this, Liz, thank you very much. You've given me lots of inspiration, and I really want to go down the floaty dress route and find some dresses that suit me. So on to the next thing, and I'd really like to make myself a handbag. Now, I have made a bag before, a very large summery handbag. I went to a class quite some time ago, and it was really good fun, and I really enjoyed it. There was lots of sort of specialist equipment that we use, which I don't have in my, in my armour at home, and I don't know that that's something that I'm going to be able to recreate. And if I did, I think it would cost quite a lot of money to get all the bits and pieces. There are special sort of interfacings and things like that that aren't normal to dressmaking sewing. However, back in the summer, I follow Holly Stevens, who's on Instagram, and Holly has an amazing blog, and she also has a great Instagram, and her clothing is so inspiring and lovely, and I just love her style, and I love what she makes, and she just seems like a really lovely person. And she made a really beautiful hillside tote by Noodlehead 531 that is a beautiful handbag, and I just really want to give it a go. She's done it in beautiful summery colours, sort of pinks and greens, and I'll put a picture of it up on the screen so you can see it, but it's just absolutely lovely, and I really want to give that a go. I don't know what colours, I don't know what fabrics I'll use, but I can't wait to give it a go, and I think it'd be nice to do something that's sewing but not necessarily clothing related. On to the next thing, and I would really like to make some men's trousers. Now, I have a couple of patterns already, and I have both are from Thread Theory. I can't say that properly. Both are from Thread Theory, and I have the Jedediah pants and the Quadra jeans. Now, I don't have any particular inspiration for this. I just really wanted to make some trousers for my husband, and I googled men's trouser patterns, and these came up, and there's lots of inspiration on Instagram. I can't name one person in particular, so I'm sorry, but there are some beautiful makes online, and I just really fancy giving it a go and making some for my husband. I just think that would be a really nice thing to do. And if I can get something that fits really nicely, it might be something that I can repeat over time. So I am going to try and do that. I haven't got any fabric in mind at the moment, but those are the two patterns that I really fancy having a go at. Lastly, you'll be pleased to know, because I think I'm running out of breath, I would really like to make a few more smart blouses and shirts, and in particular some really nice fitted classic shirts. Now, I want to be able to make these because I think it's nice to wear them for work, but I also want to make some more that I feel I can wear outside of work, where I don't feel officey or dressed up in that respect. So I'm going to give a few different patterns a go. I've got the ultimate shirt pattern, which is by Sew Over It, and I've got a few others like the Cali shirt, the Sudley blouse, obviously, the Pussy Bow blouse, things like that. I'm probably reeling off names of patterns that I should put pictures of all of these up on the screen, sorry. But I follow, and I've mentioned her before, Love Lucy on Instagram, and she makes just stunning tops and blouses. She makes other things as well, obviously. But I would really like to have a go at making some really nice things, and she is definitely my inspiration for making things like that. And every so often I have a quick look on her Instagram, oh yeah, I really want to make that, and I really want to make that. So time permitting, hopefully I will get around to doing that. I did forget to mention, when I was mentioning the jeans, whilst I would really like to make some nice jeans, I do also want to make some good fitting trousers. And one of the things that Lucy from Love Lucy has also made are the Sasha trousers from Closet Core Patterns, and that's something I really want to give a go as well. So that is my make 9. Those are my sort of sewing resolutions, if you like. What are your sewing resolutions? Have you got any plans or ambitions or challenges that you want to set yourself for your sewing over 2021? Let me know in the comments below. I hope you've enjoyed that. If you want to keep up with the things that I make over the next year and you haven't subscribed, don't forget to subscribe. Press the like button and please say hello and hi in the comments below. I always love to have a chat. So I will see you all again soon. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you're all well. Have a good week. Bye.